agenda that says that, Tom? The
Um,
agenda I have says 11 to 12.
The one, this one here says 12.
Sorry, I can't.
Too bad if it's a different one. Yeah, you probably can't see
I'm gonna
this.
make it bigger.
The
So
other one's at 1, just to be clear, the other one is at 1 o'clock.
yeah,
No problem with that.
yeah. So the agenda, I don't have an agenda for the whole meeting. I only have 2 copies of the agenda for I&O, and both of them, the first one that came out says 11 a.m. and then the second one that came out says 11 to 12, and that the reason they sent a second one was because they changed the physical location, even though they did change the time.
Wow, I didn't prepare any of that, so I'm sorry. And that's for today's meeting, yes?
Yeah, June 6th.
Because the
And then you've
agenda,
got a whole different agenda.
the one I have is for today. It says 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. And that's kind of just what I didn't
Sure.
prepare this. That's what I've been working.
I wonder what they posted at
I assume that what I have is from the posting, but I guess I didn't actually check on the Lieutenant Governor's site.
right.
But it was sent there. It's obviously a learning curve, but I didn't send it. I was actually on the Big Island.
I just saw the agenda come through and I went about my business, you know, I didn't.
That's what I did.
Well, I mean, should we stick?
Yeah, I don't know what we're supposed to stick to. Which one is the one?
Yeah, because I don't want to, I mean, it's unlikely the general public is joining us. We don't have anything very exciting on our agenda,
Right.
but
Who actually is on this committee?
it's Mahina and Gordon and Dawn and I. Dawn is on vacation.
Oh, okay.
Mahina hasn't answered me. I tried to see if she was sitting in Zoom land earlier and she didn't answer at all. And Gordon said that he tried to log in at 11, and when there was nobody there, he went away and he's not going to come back till 1 o'clock.
Yeah, he emailed me, so I emailed him the links, but at that point I was still under the impression
Thinking
that
it was noon. Yeah.
So I hope it didn't sound like a blow off to him, but that's was my
I'm going to text Onana and let her know.
right.
How do we, can I log into the Lieutenant Governor's website and see what they have? Is that?
I certainly imagine it's a public website. I actually didn't.
I'll just figure it out. Let's see.
Yeah.
Probably capitalhawaii.gov. Okay, state capital.
Yeah, actually last Wednesday when there was the day to do this filing there, I was on the Big Island giving a training and I realized I should have I was in Hilo giving it to the housing.
You should have lunch. I'd have bought you lunch.
Yeah.
Next time.
It all happened very kind of quickly and I realized I should have contacted you. And Ron, I guess, is gone, but
yeah, he's in London right now.
Right.
He'll be home next week.
I realized that was the first visitation to do a training I had done since before COVID, so I'm a little rusty with the detail. But the presentation went well. I was surprised and impressed. There was like 15 people that came. That office is pretty big, the Office of Housing, with the planning, with the county. A lot of people were attending to learn about 343.
Oh, wow. I would have loved to have gone.
Yeah, they asked questions, good questions. They were engaged. Apparently there's some new staff that they're trying to bring up to speed on the process. Well, they said I'll have to come to give the training in Kona. So if and when that happens, I'll let you know.
Thank you. This is not easy to do here. I can't figure out how people get meetings.
Let me try to I don't, there's,
Um,
I mean, who would ever think of going to the lieutenant governor's site to find a meeting?
I know.
Broadcast out someplace.
Her website is all about her. And,
Lieutenant governor.
huh, I can order publications. Request a meeting. No, I just want to know.
And I mean, seems crazy that that's who we file things with.
I guess people that go to regular meetings know where to look.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, there's not much there, and I guess these core functions, these office services are name change, apostilles, which
You found more than I found.
there's some on the website. There's an office services tab, but it's not.
Yeah, it's under that.
Well,
Oh, I see name changes. Yeah,
I don't see any place for the calendar.
yeah. Let's see. I'll just do a search and see if it lets what that says. Calendar. No results found.
Yeah. I wonder, is it still a requirement? We were doing it because it's just been done for.
Doing what we're supposed to do.
That's what.
And it's funny, there's no phone number. On all these website things for the state now, there's never any phone number anymore. There's just an email to, if you want to contact, it just says contact and it gives you an email.
Yeah, no one's gonna
No
answer.
live people anyplace.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty
We're all robots.
dysfunctional. Yeah, that's well, here's it. I see in the contact there is a phone number, just state operator. I don't know if it's specifically,
I asked for a list of sunshine meetings and it just gave me the sunshine law.
that is
Oh, I asked for the EAC 2023 and I got the Eastern Allergy Conference.
okay, well, it's a common acronym.
Okay.
So
Well,
on our webpage, there's the tab for the council. And there's posted
Office of Planning.
there. Yeah, so planning.hawaii.gov
Okay.
and then /ERP. And there's various links, but across a blue banner near the top is a drop-down list for Environmental Advisory Council.
Sorry, I didn't. I don't have that, Tom.
Did you get to the Environmental Review Program page? Are you still?
Environmental Review Program. Okay, I'll click that.
Okay. Now.
Oh, there's Les saying goodbye to Onona. And then the Environmental Advisory Council. About the council, Zoom meetings.
So is there I see an EAC agendas and other materials?
Okay, hang on. Okay.
Now there's this table.
Oh, you know, there's our agenda.
So that's what I was,
This agenda says 12 to 1.
yeah, that's.
I've never seen this agenda. I have no copy of it. So that
This-
means that now we need to screw around for 15 more minutes and wait for this stupid meeting to start and tell them we can't have it because we don't have a quorum.
If enough show up to have a
There
quorum.
won't, because we know Dawn's not coming and Mahina hasn't even answered my email. And Gordon, I mean, I could try to make Gordon come back, but
Even
if
if
we
it's
have 4 people on the committee, we have to have 2 or 3. How many do we have to have for quorum?
more than 2.
Yeah, that's what I
So
think.
if Mahina doesn't show, then there wouldn't be quorum.
Oh, God, help me. Serving on this council has started to become far too much work, Tom.
Yeah, a lot of things end up being that way. Sorry to hear, but I totally understand.
And it's got to be worse for you guys.
You guys is me, so yeah.
You're no longer plural. You have to look in the mirror to have a conversation.
Keeps it interesting. Yeah. And yet our space is totally full of other people now. You know, this other program that's moved in, there's like 7 or 8 other people there, even as our program has shrunk. So
Wow.
kind of ironic than anything. I kind of like the fact that it feels like a work setting
There's
now.
at least some energy there. Yeah.
Going on there. We're still kind of waiting now to see who's going to become the director, because Mary Alice was given 60 days worth of directorship.
Yeah.
And
that's almost up already, isn't it?
it's halfway over.
Halfway through.
It's halfway over. So she's very kind of tentative about what she does, because certain things it's kind of more appropriate just to let whoever is going to be in charge for the long haul to do it. So it's suspended animation, even as there's tons of stuff. And now basically Les's work is added on my plate, which I already was doing the junior and the senior planner. And now I've got his stuff too. So it's, I'm just trying not to drop too many balls. And I feel this could have been handled better, obviously, but I really didn't know that there was a different version of the agenda out there. And that apparently was prepared by someone and sent out. I didn't do it because I sent this one out. So I guess I have to coordinate with Jen.
Well, it's just, I mean, INO has always met at 11.
Yeah.
And so I never even looked at the agenda to see what the time said. I just printed it out and put it in my folder. Showed up at 11.
Reasonable.
And it says 11 on the agenda that I have.
Well, yeah, I would have confirmed everything that you understood. Yeah, how and why? Well, certainly this is me being a newbie. I can't go back and I don't kind of know the previous practices. That's no excuse. But to me, I just looked at what I saw and said, okay, this is today's reality. But it's very strange that there's different versions of it. And I guess we're still not even certain which one is the real one.
Because we still don't know what the lieutenant governor's site says. We'll just sit here and twiddle our thumbs for 15 or 10 more minutes. I mean, but I don't know if I just asked Onauna how many I have to have for quorum, because I can probably make Gordon come on the phone, but we don't have anything on the agenda that we have to do.
Yeah, it did seem like a little bit like, I guess it's kind of planning for the next one, but
yeah, and really I'm doing that by myself anyway, so I feel stupid wasting your time, Tom.
Is that one, is there like a date set? Is it just a concept, or is there an actual like forum being?
We're gonna have a forum on June 27th.
Oh, okay. June 27th.
Yeah.
That's just clearing the hurdles of EIS.
Yep.
Okay, well, that's hopefully, well, I kind of was catching wind of some of the back and forth that Dawn was doing and organizing it with the, I guess, DBED's media people. It sounded like an awful lot of back and forth, and hopefully
It was a ridiculous amount of back and forth.
some process is figured out, so that doesn't have to be.
I'm using the exact same form that they approved, and I changed the names, and that's all I did. Because they approved that one, so they should
Yeah.
approve this one too. I'm gonna send it out after today's 1 o'clock meeting, once I make sure everybody's still on board with me.
Yeah. Well, I guess going with something that's tried and true is a good way, but yeah.
This is, I'm surprised at how hard it is to find what's at the lieutenant governor's office, though.
Yeah, that's like it doesn't even exist on the website. So if we send it, there's some process. And of course, I didn't do it because I was not there that day.
That's not your job.
Well, apparently it is now. There's some debate over what's my job and what is really.
Your job changes every day, huh?
And what Jen should do. There's some tension there about who's to do what. But she did it just because I wasn't in the office that whole day, the day that it had to be done. So Les provided the instructions on how to do it, but since I didn't actually do it, I don't know. But there is one crazy step of faxing something to them, to the lieutenant.
Because they want a fax receipt.
Yeah, which how 1800s is that? So just the mere fact they're talking faxes, it doesn't surprise me that their website doesn't really. But we do have to upload something that goes on to some calendar. So I would think there's some calendar that.
Like that you're submitting it to. Yeah.
And that it would show on the website, but.
Well, and I do like the government's website, the state government's website. It's pretty, like I use it mostly to testify. So the Capitol one.
The capital.hawaii.gov, yeah, the legislature created.
Yeah, that's super easy to use. And and to file my taxes, I file my general excise tax every month. And that's really easy to do. And I even made a mistake once and I had to correct it, and it was super easy to correct. So I was just kind of expecting the same convenience of maybe they booby trapped the lieutenant governor on purpose.
Well, I've always wondered, what is the lieutenant governor's job all about? They seem to kind of sit on the sideline a whole lot, and
Nana's not answering my questions. I'm going to save this website though.
Yeah, ours.
Yes. Planning.Hawaii.
I was always hoping that by leaving OEQC, our mouthful of acronym would resolve itself, but it seems like it's just as bad or worse now.
Yeah, I don't think we solved anything. All we did was give up any power we might have had.
Yeah, I wonder about that. We get marginally better IT support. That maybe is a slight benefit.
Oh, that's good. We are recording this.
Hello, Governor.
Yeah, right.
Guess we'll keep our opinions
For
proper.
ourselves, right? We have a million minutes to approve this time.
Yes, we had an intern who was over the past couple of months diligently
Just really powered through them.
powering through those. So yes, that was great. But yeah, that's quite a lot. I hope people have reviewed them, and it doesn't need a deep dive into each one to go
I
over
did.
details.
I read them.
Right, if everyone read it and if it was fine, then you can just approve it kind of en masse rather
Yeah.
than have to spend a lot of time on each specific one.
Right, right. I should see. This is the longest 10 minutes. Waiting for it to be 12 o'clock.
Waiting for class to end so you can.
I'm going to tell Gordon to join us, but I don't know that we have a quorum with just 2 people.
Yeah, it was definitely would be good for now not to weigh in on what she. I always thought it was a majority, not a 50. You need like 51%.
Hang on a second, Tom. Just a minute, Tom. Gordon already has a 12 o'clock appointment. He can't join us. So we're not going to have a quorum no matter what.
Yeah, it's just you and me, baby.
So we'll just sit here till 12 o'clock and then we'll just say that we don't have a quorum and we're adjourned.
Morning, Mary.
Hi, who's that? Your head's chopped off.
Oh, yeah, can't see me.
Oh,
This
it's
is
Mary
Mary
Alice. I recognize your voice now.
So apparently.
Wait, oh, this,
Yeah, let me, I can move.
no, I can move. Better, easier than that camera can move.
Down here, but
There we go.
there's basically Mary's the only one
Oh, okay.
for this
Well,
meeting.
Mary, I wanted to thank you and Dawn for the diligent, patient work that you did to try to get a news release out. Also, to reiterate what I told Dawn was, let's not use the news release method next time.
Oh, okay.
Let's use other means of getting the announcement out, because the new governor's office communication team have asked that every single news release get forwarded to their office for approval.
Oh,
And then so it goes from our office to the DVED director's communications specialist to the governor's office, comes back with changes, goes back again. That's the definition of inefficient, as you know. So my suggestion to Dawn and you is let's use our MailChimp email list.
okay.
Office of Planning has, I think, probably over 1,000 on ours. And these are people for whom this would be a targeted,
Sure.
more relevant than just,
Mhm.
and you notice, this didn't get into any media
No,
I saw. So that means that
it
all of that,
wasn't effective.
yeah, wonderful patient effort didn't have a result that we wanted.
Okay.
So we have Office of Planning and Sustainable Development has a Facebook account, and I don't know how many people, even track Facebook anymore for government type communications. But that we did use that. We did put Justine Nihipali put it up on the OPSD's Facebook account, and we even have a Twitter account, although I'm not, wondering whether Twitter is still the right the right means to communicate that. But I'm thinking we should probably use those more targeted means of getting the word out. for these, for the forums.
Okay. That's fine. I send it to my link. I send it to the Board of Realtors at the state level, so it goes to all the realtors in the state.
Great,
And so
that's exactly what I
the
was.
Chamber of Commerce and stuff like that.
That's
So,
targeted, yes. Those are the kind of folks who have an interest in this information. Super.
yeah. So our next one is going to be on June 27th. And that's the one called Overcoming the EIS Hurdles with Ron Terry and Wayne Tanaka and Rep. Lowen.
I see it on the.
Yeah, that's what's on the agenda. So I was going to do the press release, but now I'll stop working on it. So what sort of a format should I create for it to be, maybe we should create some kind of a simple protocol that you want for submitting it to OPSD.
I'm going to defer to communication specialists, and I have a feeling you have some insight on that anyway, because you know who you're communicating with, especially with the realtors, and you know what might catch their attention. Obviously, simple, not that much text, highlighting the date and time, and then you can put the Zoom link, if you want, in that.
Yeah, that's what we'd like to do.
Yeah, so if it goes out by email, then the link may be live once, on the date.
Right.
And that might increase attendance as well.
And if you had a brochure or just some written thing, that could be a link to that could be included in the.
Oh yeah, then
MailChimp.
This whole thing about a flyer has been such a bit frustration, because in the past forums, I paid a girl to make the flyer, but she's gone off to college, so she's not available. And so then we tried to take her format, but we don't know how. Anyway, so we'll just try to figure that out.
Nowadays, a paper flyer is not, not the way to communicate widely. Tom, you were thinking, of course, of an electronic flyer, but it could be that just the announcement itself.
Yeah, the announcement itself could be adequate. Just if there was some kind of collateral information, it could be included in the MailChimp. I just think we use MailChimp to send out the environmental notice, and we have a link to.
Those are the folks that are going to want this information.
Yeah, there's 1,200 people.
1,200 there. There's probably some duplication with our.
Sure, that's okay.
Yeah, but people are used to that. They won't bother them. So we could be up to 2,000 targeted, potentially interested people. And I think that's going to be way better than the odds of getting a news release into any kind of media.
Okay.
And not everybody's going to read the paper. I hate to say it.
Right. Hardly anybody nowadays. Yeah.
I still do, but then I've got an old brain.
Yeah, I like my newspaper.
Yeah.
I turn to my pages and I tear things out and put them in my notebook. But then, Mary Alice, I don't know if you ever noticed, but this is my notebook.
Hey.
I carry an 8.5 by 12.
Okay.
My planner. And I print out flyers and I poke holes in it and I put it by that page.
There you go. I
have an old brain.
I print out a lot too, but I know.
And I write when I go to the meeting, I take minutes on it,
Yeah.
So I try, that's my conservation.
Everything is right there.
Yeah. Well, I noticed our younger employees don't they don't print out a lot.
Yeah.
They work almost entirely electronically, but anyway, so
we're here at 12:05 and I don't have any other committee members joining me.
No.
We don't have any members of the public, so should we just declare it canceled due to lack of quorum?
Yeah, I think seems fine to me. What do you got?
Yeah.
So Mary Alice, we were trying to log into the Lieutenant Governor's website to see what was actually posted, because my agenda says 11 to 12. Tom says 12. We found the 12 o'clock one posted in the in the planning.hawaii website. So logically, it would seem like that's what should be posted. But we couldn't figure out how to log into the Lieutenant Governor's website to check it.
Oh, dear. Well, you know, I have to admit, I haven't been doing this. Jen Ching will be down for the board meeting.
Okay, well, then let's ask Ben.
Well, Tom's actually looking at it
Yeah,
right now,
we
and
tried,
he's,
but it's just like nowhere on the website. Is there anything
It's-
about a calendar that has these things?
keep trying.
We
No.
tried some pretty creative things for the last half hour.
That's what we spent the past half hour trying to figure out. is
Tom and
where-
I've been real productive.
Well, okay, let's see, state calendar, nothing,
Yeah.
no. Boy, how about that?
Uh-huh.
That was one of their core functions, but.
If they are still maintaining it, they're certainly keeping it quiet.
It's the secret calendar.
Yes, I wonder if it's still a requirement for us to do it. It doesn't exist anymore. I know that it
Must,
has.
I mean, I would think it is.
No, you know what? I think the state calendar is not on the Lieutenant Governor's website. I think it's under the ehawaii.gov. So
Well, I tried to find it there. That was where I went first, and
let's take a
it
quick
it
look.
kept telling me about legislative calendars.
Oh, yes, well,
We all know how important they are.
absolutely. Yeah, go to that login.
Yeah.
No, that's, I think that's their paid services. Go back to, I go in not through a login, but through just a plain informational portal page. So don't do the login, just do ehawaii.gov without the login.
That's where I am, and I don't,
See if you come, well, see what happens. No. Oh, okay, click on portal, ehawaii.gov. I'll recognize it when I see it.
that's what portal.ehawaii.gov.
Click on the portal,
Oh, I see. Okay. here.
the one above that. Okay,
Right here.
okay, you're gonna get a landing page. Okay, go up to government, on the top. Okay,
There's no drop down.
now go,
There's those 9 boxes. We have to pick one.
I picked departments and agencies.
Okay.
Um,
And then now what do we do?
well,
Because there's no calendar, there's no lieutenant governor.
you're right. Okay, go back and see what.
When I looked at, I tried to go to government directory.
That didn't do it?
Well, I didn't
Maybe the directory,
find anything that said calendar,
state calendar, let's
This is
see.
ORB.
Oh, Legislative Reference Bureau, no, that's not gonna
No.
be. Because is the legislative site.
Yeah.
Okay,
Open data.
well,
I don't know what open data means, but
oh,
I'm
that's
just gonna type in
dashboards.
calendar and
That's-
see what
that's a-
happens.
Dashboards, you know,
There's no
measuring-
matching for calendar,
let's see.
no data found.
Click on residents up there and see if what that does. Now let's scroll
We
through.
can apply for a job, we can recycle,
Oh, that's not,
library.
huh, is there a search box up there?
No, you have to go into something first. You got to click on one of these things first to get a search box.
Click on government again. Let's see if we can get a search box.
Okay, so when I click on department, then I clicked on departments, I get a search thing, I put in calendar.
State calendar.
Oh, here we go, public meetings calendar for yesterday.
Tom, tell Tom what you've been
Which
doing.
box? On,
I did,
did you find the search box?
it's I clicked on departments and agencies, and then I go back up there by government, there's a little magnifying glass thing.
Yes.
Okay, click
Click
on
on the
that.
magnifying glass, and then they get a search box. And so I put in calendar. and it gave me, and then I can sort by relevance. Let's try the date. Today's date would, okay, by date.
Right, the public meeting calendar. Oh, boards and commissions. Let's do boards and commissions, because that's what.
Okay.
Okay,
This is pretty convoluted to find something.
all right, now.
That's giving us Hawaii County's boards and commissions.
Oh, yeah, we don't want Hawaii County.
Is this-
Go to, back. How did we get into
How did
Hawaii
we get
County?
there? Yeah.
Okay, I clicked on public, go back up to that first one that was the public meeting for yesterday. I'm clicking, I got public meetings, I click on the 6th.
Oh,
We got Ka'u Soil,
uh-huh.
School Facilities, Juvenile Justice, Environmental Advisory Council at 11 a.m.
There we go.
At 11 a.m., Tom. We're done. We can go home.
So do we know if some member of the public has logged in at 11 a.m. to?
I was here at 11 a.m., but
Yeah,
it
you were.
wasn't hosted because Tom didn't start it till 11:30.
Yeah, and you're not a member of the public for this purpose.
Right, right.
The only person who reached out was Mary, and then
How about do view details and let's see what it shows.
Yeah, okay. It says that it's at 11 a.m. at the 235 South Beretania.
is there a copy of the?
It was posted at 7:23 a.m. and updated at 10:18. Well, here's our attachments.
And the agenda here says 12.
And the attachment says it's 12 to 1. The
Oh,
attachment is what you've got, Tom.
Hey,
So
I
actually,
screwed up.
we should probably in the future post the board meeting, the council meeting, separate from the committee
well,
meetings.
it
We
is
did. It's separate.
separate, and I think that's good. That's all at 1 o'clock.
It is separate, Mary Alice. You're
This
okay.
is just this subcommittee meeting
Oh, good.
or committee meeting.
Yeah, so here, and then when I view the details for that, and I look at its agenda,
Uh-huh.
it says 1 to 3:30, so it's fine. It's,
Good.
but I got 2 separate emails that say that one said it was at 11, just said 11. The other one said 11 to 12. And the 11 to 12 one, when I got the second agenda, it said, apologizing for the revision, we had to correct the physical location. Didn't say anything about changing the time. So
Right.
I never knew about 12 o'clock. I never got anything that said 12 o'clock.
Ooh. So Mary, you may have noticed that we are missing West Segundo very much.
I can tell.
Yeah. We wish
It
him,
just means we all need to read things more carefully.
yeah, we wish him well on his retirement, of course, but we wish he hadn't retired. We are in active recruitment to fill his position, but we haven't gotten we got a list of one person from DHERD. It wasn't a good fit. We have now requested a second list, or we will be requesting a second list shortly. So we're going to limp along for possibly hopefully another meeting, maybe the July meeting, with doing the best we can. But we certainly hope to hopefully have it filled by July, which then we would have the person in Les's position would be in attendance to as part of orientation to the
Mhm.
job.
Mhm.
But again, it'll take a little time to get up to speed. This, Mary, you may have noticed this yourself. There's a labor shortage.
Oh, it's horrible.
And when we used to get lists of 10 or 20 qualified applicants, not necessarily all a good fit, but they met the
Mhm.
qualifications for DHERD screening. When I say DHERD, it's Department of Human
I
Resources.
understand. Yeah.
Then it was, wonderful to have all that, a broad pool of applicants to select from. Now we're getting lists of eligibles of 1 or 2 people.
And they had applied 6 months before to get
Right.
into to begin the process.
Yep, and then this one last list, when I said one, they actually was two, but one had already accepted a job, of course. And so, yeah, we're not used to this. But we're,
Every place you go, it says, signing bonus or help
Yeah.
wanted, tell your friends, we'll give you free, this Chinese restaurant said, free food for a year if you bring us a friend and.
State can't offer any perks.
oh, unfortunately, we don't have, the state is not a flexible hiring entity for sure. Boy. And we all support the merit system, but it is not a flexible program.
Yeah,
And it's embedded in statute and all kinds of rules and frustrating. But and then we're hoping when we get Les's position filled, Tom will be able to focus, and this is relevant to your outreach and information outreach committee. Tom's going to be able to do more educational outreach on chapter 343 in the rules, which he really doesn't right now. He's more than fully occupied meeting the 8th and the 23rd deadlines for the environmental notice.
yeah.
And that's our statutory requirements. So we actually, we have no choice there.
But to do that, yeah.
And I'm very grateful to Tom for being willing to keep that going while we search for a replacement for the Planner 3. We're actually not filling, we're filling Tom's old position, not Les's. We're redescribing Les's because it came over from the Department of Health as an environmental health specialist, and DBED doesn't have any of those. So yeah, we're gonna redescribe it as a planner position, which is
more process and bureaucracy to do
yeah.
that before we can hire.
Yes. So you wanna take a lunch break there, Mary, and come back at 1?
Yeah, I'm gonna go run and get something and then I'll see you guys at 1 o'clock if that's all right.
No, that's
Great,
thank you.
great. Well, thanks
Thank
for
you so
putting up
much.
with this.
And if you want to, I did email Dawn about not using the news release mechanism. So you and she might, share that with the rest of the council just to,
Okay,
give them a heads up that we're gonna use, a little more targeted approach to
yeah,
this. And fortunately, there are, nowadays with, MailChimp and all of that, there are targeted ways to do that.
yep.
Okay.
Makes the press release as much a dinosaur as everything else.
You won.
Yeah. Okay,
Bye.
bye.
It's always weird because that monitor